The running theme of our readings this week focused on the lack of the universally defined role of a school social worker. The results from a 2018 study by Webb described a profession that has struggled to find visibility and value within the larger context of an academic team, and oftentimes is unclear as to its own professional responsibilities. Research also indicates that school social workers are often challenged with finding the balance of meeting the needs of the school and connecting with the students and families in a true social work relationship. This confusion has created barriers to interventions, despite IDEA requiring that we use these evidence-based strategies. What was evident in the personal testimonies by school social workers was the clear and immeasurable impact that they had on the students and the families who ultimately received their support, whether it be a new pair of shoes or a small group setting where students could discuss and ask questions about relationships. The true impact of the social worker, at least from what I gathered from our readings, was their ability to be able to make the connections both within and outside of the school system setting. Perhaps this is where the true contribution and impact of a school social worker lies, in the ability to create a supportive environment, one in which a child can academically learn and grow. As far as something specific that I would add, I'd like to think about what it means to develop relationships within the academic setting, as well as supporting faculty and thinking about the students they encounter and work with every day. These relationships are critical to a student's success, yet I don't believe it is generally the focus of staff development. The behavioral intervention strategies that are outlined with PBIS, which is what we use here in Connecticut, tend to focus on the student's behavior, but do not always address the personhood of the child. And teachers have enormous responsibilities to their schools, administrators, districts, communities, and to their students. And the school social worker has the ability to help connect those pieces. The School Social Work Code of Ethics specifically outlines an interdisciplinary leadership and collaborative standard that states that school social workers provide support and education to parents, school personnel, and leadership in order to ultimately support students' well-being and positive academic outcomes. The role of the school social worker may continue to be vague and ambiguous, but the impact of the school social worker will always be apparent to those who need it. And really quickly, I can share an personal experience of needing to attend a PPT for my daughter when she was in middle school. And as I walked in as a parent to a room full of 7 or 8 faculty members, the only people in that room who had met my child was the school social worker and her teacher. And those connections made it so much easier for me to be able to advocate for and on behalf of my child. So these connections are invaluable. Thank you so much.